most of your outfits are quite bright in comparison to normally what would be seen as vintage.
Yeah, that was the point really. I mean, because we do stock a few vintage pieces, but we just got a little bit tired of the whole cut-off Levi denim jeans and check t-shirts and stuff like that, because I mean, most of the fashion that we have around now is inspired by the past, and there's just so much more that can be done, and it's boring to dress all the same, isn't it? So it should be bright and individual and stuff like that really.
Do you think shops are having a bit of a downfall, especially individual retailers, with the recession?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you can see in here today it's really quiet. We really suffer in the week, and it's really quite hard, but it's a real shame, but it's just the nature of the recession really, isn't it? Every sort of shop, whether it's clothing or art supplies or anything, everything's suffering. Everybody is, aren't they? So it's one of those things really.
How do you differentiate your prices and the different designs from the high street?
Basically, it's hard because we make everything ourselves as well, so it's all like handmade in Manchester. It's our time that we're pricing, and when we first started we found that such a struggle because it is hard to price your time, but as we've sort of gone on, we've learned, well, this takes this much time, and that's it. I mean, our prices, they're really competitive really. That's what we try and make them as competitive as possible, and obviously because we're students as well, we know that people don't have a fortune to spend on clothes but still want to look nice and be a bit individual or whatever.
Can you tell me a bit about some of the most popular items in the shop?
Gosh, it's really hard to say because everything's one-off, but we kind of do batch production in the way that we'll make a certain shape in, I don't know, maybe 5 different fabrics or a couple of different sizes or whatever like that. So over Christmas we did really well with some full circle skirts and stuff like that, and now we're coming into summer. It's a lot of...
If somebody was to buy a dress from this shop, how do you think they would piece it together?
I think that's completely up to the individual, and that's the point. And it's really nice when you've sold something to somebody and they come back in and they wear it and you think, do you know, that's not how I imagined it when I made it, but yeah, that really works. And I think that's the beautiful thing about fashion and vintage and everything, that you can give one piece to 10 different people and they'll all manage to put their own little stamp on it by what they dress it with or the accessories or whatever.
When did you first get into vintage fashion?
I think the more you learn about fashion in general, the more you can see that it's been influenced by the past 20th century. I guess it's quite popular now, but when about 5 years ago, that's when I really started getting into it. But that's before they had like loads of vintage shops and stuff like that. It's kind of the beautiful thing about having that find and that buzz off, oh my god, it's a really old piece or whatever, the little story that comes with it. So yeah.
Could you talk me through your outfit?
Oh yeah, actually, do you know, today's not a good outfit day, but basically I've just got a plain silk top on. I think, I'm not sure where I bought that from, probably some random shop somewhere, and then a little skirt that's like multicoloured print, but to be fair, I did buy that from one of the shops in here. Just big shoes, big orange shoes.
With polka dot socks?
Yeah, with polka dot socks.
Could you talk me through the interior of the shop?
Got red brick wallpaper on one of the walls, and we've got, it's like mock Tudor on some of the walls, and then fake grass on the floor, and there will be a garden path, and then the dressing rooms got pink wallpaper with white hearts, and then the curtain in the and the tablecloth like a pink gingham, and the window frames were all pink as well. And a green radiator, just to be bright and a bit garish, but in a cool way. Fairy light and a wall with a window on, so a fake window, because why not, It's one of those things.
Hello and welcome back. Gosh, that package went fast towards the end. I didn't see that quite exactly, but welcome back. Like the lady said, she gave her vintage outfits more colour and gave it a twist, which I think is always quite good. I mean, I like to dress vintage, but I couldn't do it with all the dull colours and stuff, so I always like to splash in some browns and different colours and golds and stuff. So if you hear something making a little chingling noise, it's actually my bracelet. It's not time for Christmas yet, guys, so don't get excited. And I hope you're enjoying the show. The time is about 1:46, so we've got plenty more to go. Only a half an hour show. Time goes so fast, it's really sad. And yeah, so the theme of the show is vintage. So again, make sure you send us your photos and everything so we can check it out and stuff like that, which I'm pretty sure you guys must be looking amazing, better than I am. I come dressed in the morning. I wake up around about like 6 o'clock, 6:30, and I get dressed, do my makeup and everything. And when I'm out of the door, what happens is the wind just happens to blow in my face and completely destroy my outfit. So some things on the left side, some things on the right side, and it's just not how I wanted it to come out when I walked out the door. What I guess I really, really like about the vintage scene, I'm going to call it, because that's how I see it, is different accessories you can get. I mean, there's a lot of statements that say love and, you know, birds and just like time for tea, and I really, really like that kind of stuff. I think it's cute. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland but matured, so even as students at the age of, I don't know, 19, 20 and maybe even more can wear the kind of stuff, and you don't look like you've just been thrown into the Disney shop and just come back out again. So it looks completely, I don't know, you grown up. Anyway, so I was talking about how in my culture we had this long hair kind of thing, and it was just really pretty, and women used to tie it to the back of the hair and stuff like that. It's used for many different things now, and my mum's just got it on loads of them in different colours and I hang it now. I want to know, is there something perhaps from your tradition as a family or culture or background that's very old in tradition and it's coming back in fashion, or perhaps you wish it does come back in fashion? So make sure you tweet us at Planet Huds. We can't wait to read your tweets. And yeah, just keep listening to the rest of the show because we've got so much more on. And what do you think of vintage? Do you think it should be kept traditional, or do you think it's okay for people to splash in a bit of colour and stuff like that? I mean, I personally think it's always nice to brighten up your day, especially if it's summer. I mean, summertime is a great way to kind of express your colours, and it's a way to get away with it, really, instead of just dressing really dull and stuff like that, because hopefully it's not going to rain over the next few days, hopefully. Well, I'm not doing the weather, but yeah, so anyway, I hope it doesn't rain over the next few days. Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, I hope you enjoyed that song. I was having a wonderful chat with the photographer and I almost forgot the time. So I'm going to play another song. It's one of my favourites, so don't let Planet Radio Huddersfield go tonight. It's likely tonight. So anyway, here it is. I hope you like it and stay tuned for the news.
Thank you for listening to this Planet Radio podcast. For more podcasts,